Hello everyone and welcome to my General Hospital Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital spoilers for Friday, April 25th, suggest that Willow Corinthos' visit to Michael Corinthos goes badly, and Sonny Corinthos is forced to fight for his life. Nina Reeves will also trick Drew Kane with her latest trap. So here's what fans should expect. Brooklyn Quartermain will criticize Lulu Spencer's adoption tale, and most likely prevent her from writing it. As their dispute escalates, Lulu may point out that Brooklyn is not her boss. Dante Falconeri will finally arrive and wonder what is going on, putting Brooklyn and Lulu in a difficult situation. It appears that Lulu and Brooklyn will have to make up some explanations to avoid revealing the true reason for this confrontation. Brooklyn is doing everything she can to protect Dante from learning about the baby she gave up for adoption, but Lulu's dangerous behavior may complicate matters further. Despite Brooklyn's efforts to conceal the truth about their biological kid, Dante will undoubtedly learn more about it in the future episodes. Nina will set her plan in motion for Drew, and the escort she probably intends to lure him with. Nina will also have some instructions for Portia Robinson, who will play an important role in this trap. Ava Jerome will then notify Alexis Davis that she will need to make an adjustment to their payment schedule. Alexis will have to cope with more of Ava's shenanigans and demands, so the two are bound to clash again. Willow will say that she is visiting Michael's clinic in Germany to see her husband. Willow intends to pay Michael a visit after traveling so far, but she is about to confront a difficult challenge. Drew and Carly Spencer are both aware of Willow's trip. Could one of them do anything devious to prevent her from visiting Michael? Drew may be the greatest candidate here, considering his backing for Willow's travel was quite suspect. Maybe Drew merely feigned to encourage Willow, so he could undermine her interaction with Michael. Molly Lansing Davis will continue to struggle with the papers she recently discovered on GH. Molly will insist on taking action straight away after discovering the documents used to commit Christina Corinthos Davis. Molly looks to be preparing to show Christina the paperwork, leaving her equally surprised. Christina will have a lot of questions once she discovers Alexis is behind everything, so she may confront her mother shortly. This should lead to Alexis disclosing the entire horrible blackmail story, and admitting Diane Miller believed that locking Christina up in a psychiatric facility would be her best legal defense. In Los Angeles, Sonny will survive his surgery, so Carly Spencer may receive some encouraging news from his doctor concerning his rehabilitation. Sonny will still be in danger, however, since someone impersonating as a nurse will enter his room with a syringe containing a potentially lethal substance. Colette Moreau appears to be the mastermind behind the nurse farce and attempted hit on Sonny. Carly may come to Sonny's rescue, since she appears nervous in Friday's preview video when she wonders whether he is okay. According to General Hospital spoilers, Sonny's life will be spared for the time being, but the peril he faces will last much longer. For months, General Hospital fans were exposed to Lulu telling anybody who would listen that she needed to get her daughter Charlotte back. With that purpose in mind, she traveled the world, putting people in risk while pursuing Valentine and their offspring. However, after rescuing the girl and bringing her back to Port Charles, we have seen very little of Charlotte. We were told this week that instead of attending Dante's birthday party, she went to the movies with pals. While this may not seem like a big thing, it would have been an excellent opportunity to remind us of Charlotte standing not only inside the family, but also among the other teenagers on the canvas. Later, Lulu moved into her own home, and it would have been a good opportunity to watch how Charlotte and Dante interact. Dante, his ex-wife Lulu, and their children form a modern-day Brady Bunch. Yes, it is vital to see how Dante and Lulu adjust to their new reality, especially considering the Brooklyn and Geo link. But why is Charlotte left out in the cold in terms of storyline? Let us not forget that Charlotte was recently grappling with the darker aspect of the Cassadine lineage. Exploring this avenue requires Laura's granddaughter to be on air. General Hospital spoilers Friday, April 25th. Willow's Michael visit goes wrong, Sonny's fight to survive, and Nina tricks Drew. The drama in Port Charles never stops, and Friday, April 25th, looks to be another explosive day on General Hospital. With emotions mounting and secrets threatening to be revealed, fans will not want to miss a single moment. From emotional encounters to life-or-death conflicts, The episode is jam-packed with thrilling plotlines that will have viewers on the edge of their seats. One of the most anticipated scenes involves Willow and Michael's poor relationship. Their marriage has had many ups and downs, and this visit could be the breaking point. Willow, who is still dealing with her health issues and mental stress, reaches out to Michael in the hopes of reconciling, or at least finding closure. However, things go horribly wrong as unresolved anger and betrayal resurface. Michael, who has been dealing with his own shame and frustration, may not be in the mood for a peaceful chat. Harsh words are exchanged, and Willow's attempt to mend their shattered relationship fails horribly. Will this be the final nail in the coffin for their marriage? Or is there still a ray of hope for reconciliation? Meanwhile, Sonny Corinthos finds himself in a lethal scenario. His adversaries have been circling, and they have now made their move. Sonny is battling for his life, whether it's against a rival gangster, a vindictive foe from his past, or an unforeseen betrayal within his own organization. His survival instincts kick in, but the situation is stacked against him. As he fights for his life, everyone closest to him, Carly, Jason, and even his estranged loved ones, fall into panic mode. Sonny has previously evaded death, but this time the threat is different. Will he make it out alive? Or is Port Charles about to lose one of its most powerful figures? Nina Reeves, the skilled manipulator, has set her sights on Drew Kane. Nina, still hurting from her own losses and determined to regain control, devises a smart strategy to outwit Drew. Nina's plot is intended to leave Drew vulnerable, whether for business, personal reasons, or because of their common history with Carly. She manipulates his trust, emotions, and even his sense of justice, leading him into a trap. Drew, who is generally quick and sensitive, may not detect the deception until it is too late. Nina's actions may have far-reaching effects, not only for Drew but for everyone in their orbit. Will she succeed in her plan, or will Drew find out the truth before it's too late? Other characters in Port Charles have their own set of hardships. Elizabeth Weber is still navigating her conflicting feelings for Hamilton Finn, while dealing with the aftereffects of her prior trauma. Their partnership has been a source of comfort, but new problems threaten to separate them. Finn's commitment to his career, combined with a potentially devastating medical crisis, may compel Liz to confront her darkest concerns about love and loss. At the same time, Spencer Cassadine and Trina Robinson's relationship encounters fresh challenges. Just when they think they've found bliss, outside forces, whether it's family interference, ancient grudges, or a startling twist of fate, test their relationship. Spencer's devotion to his family and Trina's strong sense of justice may place them on opposing sides of a simmering war. Will their love withstand the pressure, or will fractures appear? The hospital's medical staff is coping with a high-risk emergency. A familiar figure is rushed to the ER, struggling for their life, and the physicians must work quickly to rescue them. The crisis brings out the best and worst in the employees, as personal and professional emotions collide. Lives are at stake, and the conclusion will have far-reaching consequences in Port Charles. As the day progresses, relationships alter, secrets are revealed, and the people of Port Charles are forced to face difficult realities. Friendships are tested, romances are strained, and foes grasp the opportunity to strike. By the end of the episode, everything will have changed. General Hospital continues to provide thrilling drama, and Friday, April 25th, is no exception. With Willow and Michael's argument taking a disastrous turn, Sonny fighting for his life, and Nina pulling the strings in her latest scheme, fans are in for an unforgettable episode. The stakes have never been higher, and the consequences of these cataclysmic events will define Port Charles's future in unexpected ways. Sonny's fight for survival, a deadly betrayal. Sonny Corinthos has spent decades expanding his empire, forming alliances, and surviving numerous assassination attempts. However, on Friday, April 25th, he faces one of his most difficult tests yet. The attack occurs when he least expects it, possibly during a rare moment of vulnerability, when his guard is down. Sonny is caught off guard by an ambush at the warehouse, a setup at a supposedly peaceful meeting, or even a strike at his own home. The attackers are well prepared, heavily equipped, and merciless. Bullets fly and Sonny, a seasoned fighter, is outnumbered. What distinguishes this strike from previous ones is the prospect of betrayal. Someone close to him, a trusted ally, a bodyguard, or perhaps a family member, could have helped set him up. The issue remains. Who sold him out? Jason's loyalty tested. If Jason Morgan returns to the fold, he'll go to any length to find Sonny, but what if he's being falsely accused? A fabricated piece of evidence or a contrived correspondence might give the impression that Jason was involved, causing their unbreakable link to unravel. Carly's desperate search. Despite their difficult history, Carly Spencer will be distraught. She may seek assistance from old foes such as Drew or Nina, if she believes they have knowledge. Her worry may lead to rash decisions, exacerbating the problem. Dante's divided duty. Dante Falconeri, a son and a police investigator, is caught between family devotion and the law. If the PCPD get involved, would he protect his father or follow procedure, knowing that it could cost Sonny his life? Ava's hidden knowledge, always playing the long game. Ava Jerome may know more than she admits. Why didn't she interfere if she knew about the incident ahead of time? Her motivations remain questionable, particularly considering her history of manipulation. As Sonny struggles for his life, flashbacks to his previous near-death experiences plague him. His memory loss in Nixon Falls, the warehouse shooting that killed him years ago. Is this the end, or will he continue to defy the odds? Aftermath. A power vacuum in Port Charles. If Sonny falls even briefly, the underworld will erupt in mayhem. Rivals such as Cyrus Renault and a revitalized pikeman group may grasp the opportunity to step in. Meanwhile, his family struggles to keep control. Michael's moral dilemma. Despite their estrangement, Michael Corinthos may be obliged to intervene in his father's life to defend the family's interests. Will he cross lines from which he will be unable to recover? Christina's return? Will Sonny's life or death struggle bring Christina Corinthos Davis back to Port Charles? Her absence was felt, and a family catastrophe could be the catalyst for her return. The identity of the mole is revealed. The genuine betrayer's unmasking will cause shockwaves. If it's someone unexpected, say a longtime ally or perhaps a romantic partner, the consequences will be disastrous. By the end of the episode, Sonny's destiny may still be in the balance, leaving viewers wondering whether this is the tragic end of a legend, or simply another battle in his never-ending conflict. This expansion increases the suspense, character dynamics, and long-term ramifications of Sonny's plot. Would you prefer to delve deeper into another subplot, such as Nina's manipulation of Drew, or the confrontation between Willow and Michael? Or should we add another layer, such as how this attack relates to the continuing pikeman conspiracy? Let me know how you want to proceed. Willow's Michael visit goes wrong. Sonny's fight for survival. Nina tricks Drew. The drama in Port Charles intensifies as relationships are tested, secrets are revealed, and lives are at stake. Willow's attempt to reunite with Michael takes a disastrous turn, leaving both of them suffering from unanticipated outcomes. Meanwhile, Sonny Corinthos finds himself in a perilous battle for survival, pushing those closest to him to reassess their allegiances. In a startling twist, Nina Reeves manipulates Drew Kane, causing a chain reaction that might damage trust and permanently alter friendships. Willow's visit with Michael takes a dark turn. Willow Tate has always been a source of strength, but her current challenges have made her emotionally vulnerable. Determined to heal her shattered relationship with Michael Corinthos, she arranges a meeting in the hopes of bridging the gap. However, what begins as a sincere chat suddenly devolved out of control when unresolved tensions and past betrayals surfaced. Michael, still dealing with his own anger and anguish, lashes out, accusing Willow of being naive and overly forgiving. The fight heats up, and in a moment of desperation, Willow spills a secret she had pledged to keep, one that may ruin Michael's world. The consequences are immediate. Michael, surprised and betrayed, storms out, leaving Willow in tears. She hoped for reconciliation, but she may have irreparably harmed their relationship. As Willow struggles with regret, she begins to wonder if some wounds are too deep to repair. Meanwhile, Michael's rage drives him down a perilous path, causing him to clash with his family and make irresponsible decisions with serious consequences. Sonny's fight for survival. Sonny Corinthos has battled numerous opponents over the years, but his most recent battle may be the most difficult yet. Following a horrific ambush that leaves him seriously injured, Sonny is forced to rely on his instincts and the few people he can still trust. As he fights for his life, his organization collapses, with competing factions detecting weakness and rushing in to grab his land. Carly and Jason, despite their own tangled past with Sonny, rally to his defense, knowing that his demise may spell doom for everyone associated with him. But with foes lurking in the shadows and former allies turning on him, Sonny's survival is far from certain. The issue remains: who can he really rely on? The Corinthos family is no stranger to scandal, but a baby born from an affair would upend everything in unexpected ways. Fans are already wondering whether Willow will keep the baby a secret or come clean right away. Could this lead to a custody battle or a new love relationship with Drew? How will Carly, Nina, and the rest of Port Charles react to this news? With General Hospital famed for its dramatic twists, Willow's pregnancy would be an ideal setting for explosive tales to come. Whether this results in grief, atonement, or a new chapter for these characters, one thing is certain: the drama has only begun. Did Willow just become pregnant? The latest Drew love scene leads to baby drama. The recent episode of General Hospital has sent shockwaves through the fanbase, with Willow Corinthos and Drew Kane's passionate love scene sparking significant speculation of a pregnancy. The emotional and longing-filled personal moment was more than just a fleeting romance. It may have set the stage for a life-changing twist that could transform relationships in Port Charles. Willow is already in a rocky marriage to Michael Corinthos, and Drew is still adapting to his freedom after being imprisoned. An unanticipated pregnancy would put both characters into unfamiliar ground, loaded with emotional tension, moral quandaries, and intense family drama. The build-up to Willow and Drew's romance. Willow and Drew's relationship had been simmering for months, progressing from friendship to something deeper. Their friendship was formed through similar experiences: Drew's unlawful imprisonment and Willow's battle with leukemia, resulting in an emotional intimacy that neither could ignore. While Willow has stayed faithful to Michael, fissures in their marriage have emerged, particularly as Michael's concentration has shifted to business and family power conflicts. Drew, on the other hand, has been a constant presence in Willow's life, providing comfort and understanding when she most needed it. Their most recent love encounter was more than simply a fling. It was the release of pent-up emotions, a moment of vulnerability in which both characters let their guard down. The strength of their connection shows that this was not a one-time error, but rather a watershed moment in their relationship. If Willow is pregnant, it will push her and Drew to confront their emotions full-on, potentially leading to a significant shift in the dynamics of Port Charles. Implications of a Willow pregnancy. A pregnancy would have long-term ramifications for everyone concerned. 1. Willow's emotional turmoil. Willow has always been a resilient character, but she has also experienced heartbreak. Her background involves losing a child, overcoming cancer, and navigating the complications of assimilating into the Corinthos family. If she is pregnant with Drew's child, she must make a hard decision: stay with Michael and conceal the truth, or come clean and risk losing everything. Given her moral compass, harboring such a large secret would gnaw away at her, potentially putting a rift between her and Michael regardless of her decision. 2. Drew's moral crossroads. Drew has spent years attempting to restore his life after being deceived and imprisoned. He's a man who values honor, so a surprise pregnancy would place him in a difficult situation. Does he stand up for Willow and the baby, even if it means betraying Michael? Or does he respect her marriage and remain silent, knowing the child may grow up without him? Drew's history with Jason Morgan, as well as his rivalry with Michael, add to the tension. This might revive old grievances in a big way. 3. Michael's reaction. The Corinthos family fallout. Michael has spent his entire dealing with familial betrayals, ranging from Sonny's secrets to Nina's duplicity. If he realizes Willow is pregnant with Drew's child, he considers it the ultimate betrayal. Given his temper and possessive temperament, he might not take the news well. Will he demand a divorce? Can he ever forgive Willow? How would Sonny and Carly react? The Corinthos family is famed for their loyalty, but they can be savage when crossed. This could result in an all-out conflict between Michael and Drew. 4. Carly and Nina's involvement. Carly has always been protective of her family, and if she believes Willow's pregnancy poses a threat to Michael's happiness, she will not remain mute. Meanwhile, Nina, who has a troubled history with Drew, may use the situation to her advantage. Carly and Nina's enmity could heat up drastically if this kid becomes another pawn in their game. Possible storyline directions. General Hospital thrives on drama, and Willow's pregnancy provides up infinite possibilities. A secret pregnancy? Willow may first conceal the truth, resulting in a slow burn expose complete with close calls and near discoveries. A custody battle? If Drew wants to get involved, Michael might take legal action against him, pulling the baby into the conflict. A miscarriage or a health crisis? Given Willow's medical history, a high-risk pregnancy might compound the tragedy. Willow and Drew, leaving Port Charles? If the scandal becomes too big, they may leave town, only to return later with the child. Some believe Willow and Drew are in the endgame, while others say this is only a short setback for her and Michael. Social media is bustling with theories. Could this baby be Michael's but with a twist? Is this the start of a new power duo in Port Charles? Soap operas depend on passion, secrets and unexpected turns, and the newest love scene between Willow and Drew has shocked fans. With their long simmering tension finally boiling over, viewers are left wondering whether this personal moment resulted in a pregnancy. And if so, how will this revelation disrupt their lives, and the lives of others around them? The love scene that changed everything. The build-up to Willow and Drew's love scene was far from hasty. Months of secret glances, near confessions, and mental torment culminated in this key moment. The scenario was meticulously crafted, soft lighting, lingering touches, and language rife with unsaid meaning. Drew's hesitation before finally giving in to his feelings, Willow's breath hitching just before they kissed, all indicated that this wasn't simply another fling. This marked a turning point. Then came the fade to black, a classic soap opera technique that allows just enough room for the imagination. Was this just a passionate one-night stand? Or did it mark the start of something more significant? Given the show's history, the latter is much more likely. Pregnancy possibility. Why fans are convinced? Soap operas have a long history of love scenes leading to unexpected pregnancies, and this one fit the bill perfectly. The timing, emotional weight, and even the camera angles appeared to point to something deeper. Here's why fans believe Willow could be pregnant. The classic soap opera formula. Unprotected desire with emotional stakes equals baby drama. It's a tried and true trope, and the writers understand how to play on audience expectations. Willow's recent storyline, if she's been distracted, emotional, or making cryptic remarks about her future, these could be early indicators. Drew's reaction, if he suddenly becomes overprotective or begins acting suspiciously in upcoming episodes, fans will interpret it as confirmation. General Hospital spoilers for Thursday, April 24th, state that Carly Spencer will have some news for Brick, while Sam McCall's memories haunt him. Molly Lansing Davis will also warn Rick Lansing, so expect some intriguing developments on the ABC serial. For starters, Carly's presence in Los Angeles will make Brick feel better about Sonny Corinthos' hospital stay. Once Brick learns that Carly has Sonny's back, he will laud her praises and hope that Sonny's surgery goes well. Unfortunately, Sonny's stay in the OR will not be the only challenge he confronts. Before the end of the week, it appears that Colette Moreau will sneak into Sonny's bed dressed as a nurse for another elimination plot. Back in Port Charles, Christina Corinthos Davis and Dante Falconeri will discuss how to comfort Sonny, while they await word on his operation. The GH preview video shows Danny Morgan struggling with memories of Sam, and telling Jason how much he misses his mother. Jason Morgan will offer Danny some sympathy and assure him that he can always rely on his father. Marco Rio's fate will be determined at the law office. Despite Marco's father-son relationship with Jen Sidwell, Diane Miller and Alexis Davis appear to be interested in hiring him. However, there will be certain conditions. Sidwell basically convinced Alexis that Marco was completely pure and not involved in any illicit activity. Alexis and Diane may warn Marco to keep it that way if he wants to keep his job at their legal business. Molly will warn Rick about the hazards of being linked to someone like Ava Jerome. Rick's blossoming romance with Ava will undoubtedly raise red lights for Molly, who may be inclined to issue an ultimatum. If Ava is in my life, are you not going to be? Rick asks Molly in Thursday's preview video. Molly may not go so far as to state that if Rick becomes involved with Ava, she will cut him out of the picture. After nearly losing Rick in that car accident, that would be a difficult line to draw. However, Molly will make some troubling predictions about Ava and urge that Rick should let her go. Of course, Molly won't realize Rick is involved in Ava's blackmail operation, so she won't know the worst of it. Next, Cody Bell will require medical attention, and it appears that he may injure himself while working in the stable. Brooklyn Quartermain will supposedly make sure Cody sees a doctor, but he is concerned she may become annoyed with him. This could be related to Lulu Spencer manipulating Cody into discussing Dante and Brooklyn's camp fling. Whatever the case, Cody will be at GH at the same time as Molly, so she may be concerned if she discovers he's hurt. Brooklyn will flip out when she discovers Lulu is resurrecting her journalism career with an adoption article. Lucas Jones may reveal information regarding an interview with Lulu, allowing Brooklyn to uncover Lulu's most recent endeavor. Lulu will interview Lucas about being adopted, but he will eventually open up about his biological father as well. Lucas and Julian Jerome did not get along well, but Lucas will be grateful for the opportunity to get to know him. Back with Brooklyn, she'll be on a quest to confront Lulu about the adoption story and shut it down. Brooklyn does not want Lulu to write anything about adoption because it relates to the secret they are keeping from Dante. General Hospital spoilers indicate that Brooklyn will be determined to keep Dante in the dark about the baby she surrendered, so stay tuned. General Hospital spoilers indicate that J.H. Alum Scott Clifton recently addressed fan speculation regarding his potential return as Dylan Quartermain. Will another Q eventually follow Michael Corinthos casting back to Port Charles? Could Clifton be the Michael recast if Chad Duell does not return? Scott Clifton played Dylan on GH from 2003 to 2007, and fans have long speculated if he will return at some point. Robert Palmer Watkins was the last actor to play Dylan Quartermain, but there are several reasons why fans believe Clifton will take over the role. Although Clifton has played Liam Spencer on The Bold and the Beautiful since 2010, many fans are anxious about Liam's untimely death. Liam has an inoperable brain tumor, thus is clearly playing up the drama by making it appear as if he is about to die. If Liam doesn't make it, Scott Clifton could be freed up for another soap part. It's easy to envision Jish trying to recast Clifton as Dylan Quartermain, or even Michael himself. However, it's too early to say whether Clifton will repeat his role as Dylan. In a new interview with SOD, Clifton admitted that he has no idea how things will play out with his Bold and the Beautiful character. As a result, Clifton isn't paying attention to Jish right now because he's too busy giving his current plot his all. I am not even thinking about General Hospital or any other show. I'm just thinking about doing my best to communicate this narrative. That is what matters to me, Clifton emphasized. Of course, if Liam does not survive, Clifton may begin to consider his future work options. That might lead to some conversations with the GH powers that be, potentially allowing Clifton to reprise his role as Dylan. Since it appears that a Michael Corinthos recast is in the works, Dylan's return might follow and significantly boost Quartermain's prominence on canvas. According to General Hospital teasers, more cast news is on its way, so stay tuned for any important developments. General Hospital spoilers claim that fans haven't seen Michael Corinthos or Chad Duell in quite some time. The actor left the show in January 2025 after the character was transferred to a burn recovery clinic in Germany, as a result of the penthouse explosion in which he was involved. As fans wait for Michael's comeback, they can't help but wonder if Duell will repeat the role, or if a new cast member will take his place. Duell discusses Port Charles' exit. The GH preview for the week of April 21st to 25th shows that Willow Tate Corinthos will pay a visit to Michael at the Baden-Baden burn facility. Could fans expect Michael to return in the coming days? Will it be a Duell or a recast? There has been some chatter about a recast, courtesy to actor Robert Adamson's recent remark on the social media platform X. Adamson expressed his dissatisfaction at not being read for the role of Michael Corinthos in a now-deleted tweet. This sparked widespread speculation about Michael's reappearance. Some speculate that another young and the restless alum Rory Gibson may be in the running because he follows Caitlin McMullen and Holly Gagnier on social media. Drew Garrett, who played Michael Corinthos before Duell from 2009 to 2010, has also been mentioned, following a recent appearance on Maurice Benard's State of Mind. The door is open. In December 2024, shortly after announcing his departure from the soap, Duell sat down with fellow General Hospital co-stars Steve Burton and Bradford Anderson. Duell discussed his exit from the daily drama. Duell indicated that Frank Valentini, GH's executive producer, has left the door open for his return. The actor was open to a comeback, stating that he quit the show due to personal difficulties, rather than reservations about the daily drama. Still, it's possible that Duel chose to pursue his voyage outside of Jeech rather than return to the show. Only time will tell whether Michael reappears as a recast, or if Duel reprises the role.